So, Sergio Aguero made a very, very funny ass comment about Real Madrid when it comes to the Champions League. He said, and I quote, "I don't understand Real Madrid. I think they train all season and only think about the Champions League." You and me both, bro. You and me both. I'm a Real Madrid fan, but this is also something that I do not understand as well. We seem to perform so well in the Champions League while doing very terribly in the league. And some people may bring up the fact that Madrid won the league last season and won the league 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago. They've only been able to win 4 league titles in the last 15 years. That is awful. That is awful for a club of the stature of Real Madrid. I do not care what a lot of Real Madrid fans say. I see it all the time. I seem to be in the minority. I do not care. The fact that you win only 4 league titles in 15 years doesn't seem right by me. I do not care how many Champions Leagues you win. If you like, you win 10 Champions League during that period. I don't care. It just always seems like Madrid takes the Champions League as some kind of refuge. They will play trash in the league and use the Champions League as a refuge. For example, if Madrid ends up losing to Manchester City tonight, would that be considered a successful season or a failure? I know I'm someone that has always wanted to win the Copa del Rey. I feel like Madrid do not treat that trophy respectfully. I think a trophy is a trophy. You should take it seriously. But if they were to end up with only the Copa del Rey, would that be a successful season? I'm not sure about that. So ultimately, they always use the Champions League as a refuge. Play trash during the season because of the fact that for you to win the league, you have to perform well in all 38 games. The Champions League, all you need to do is to perform in 6, 7, 8 games, and you're good. And that shows a lack of commitment by the players. It just doesn't sit right by me. That is just my own opinion about it. I agree with Sergio Aguero in this particular instance because it is something that has to be asked. Why the hell do Madrid play so well in the Champions League while being so trash in the league? Why is that the case? That is the question that needs to be asked. That being said, I do hope we win the Champions League this season. I do hope so. I really do hope so because Manchester City is the bogeyman. I want to use the word bogeyman for the you guys that may know about John Wick. They're the bogeyman. They're clearly going to win the Premier League title. Despite the fact that they have not been charged yet, but they have been accused of breaking over 100 rules in terms of financial fair play or something by the Premier League. But they're going to get away with it. Let's be real. I already made a video about that. I said it in an earlier video that when everybody was celebrating all over the internet that City were done, I said it that nothing is going to happen. Nothing. It's just going to be a bunch of talking and threatening and all that. City are just going to drop some money and everything is going to go away. I said it. As long as the Premier League board is being run by human beings, that they can all be bought. Every human being can be bought. Every human being. No matter what anybody says on the internet, everybody claims like, I can't be bought, I can't be bought, I can't be bought, I can't be bought. Everybody can be bought. It just depends on the price. Everybody can be bought. So this is actually a very, very funny situation because when City started coming up, because I hate Manchester United. I do hate Manchester United. So I was actually very, very happy when you had these noisy neighbors threatening United and causing a lot of trouble and showing some promise. So I used to support City during that period to topple Manchester United because during that period Manchester United were still winning leagues and City were like one of the few teams that were able to compete with them in the league title right around that 2011-2012 period, and I was okay with that. But at this point they are doing a bit too much. They are doing too much now. They need to be put down, and without Real Madrid these devils are going to win the treble. Without Real Madrid they're definitely going to win the Premier League. And I do not have confidence in United beating them in the FA Cup final. I do not. So Real Madrid is the only hope right now to not let these people win the treble because I just do not count any of the other 2 teams in the other semi-finals. I just don't count them. Everybody with sense knows that the reason why these teams are here is because they had a favorable draw. They have not really played any real top team yet. And that is nothing against them. I'm a fan of AC Milan. I love them. I want them to do well. So any of these, City or Madrid are going to trash any of these 2 teams. Now, this is football. Anything can happen. It's a one-legged affair. Who knows what could happen that day? Some players may play shits. and Inter or AC could create an upset. Anything can happen. That is not something that is out of the possibility. But in my opinion, if City were able to knock out Real Madrid and get to the final, they're going to win this stuff. And they're going to win the treble. So Madrid is the only club can stop these people. And I'm someone that doesn't really care about the Champions League at this point. I'll watch it. I hope Madrid wins. But like I've said before on this channel, I am contented with all the Champions League that I have witnessed in my life. I have won enough Champions Leagues for a lifetime. I'm fine. I'm very, very fine. Even if I don't see another Champions League again for the rest of my life, I'm fine with that. Obviously, that wouldn't be nice. You know, if you go too long without winning it, you start looking a bit somehow. I get it. But I have seen enough for my lifetime, so I don't really care. I really do not really care. And we won last season. Winning back-to-back is unthinkable. The fact that we won 3 straight is an anomaly. It's not something that's supposed to happen all the time. So we won 3 straight, fine. But it's not something that we should be expecting all the time and thinking that this is something that is supposed to be normal. I also made a video about that already, because I think a lot of Madrid fans are losing sense of reality about the fact that we are not going to be winning the Champions League all the time. So let's hope that today goes well. The bogeymen Manchester City do not make the Champions League final. But if I were to be a betting man and I was to be a gambling man and I wanted to put money on this, I would put money on City making the final, in as much as it's very, very hard for me to admit. But this is about trying to make money, right? So if I were to try to put money on it, I would put money on City, because I just do not see it. I just don't see it. But obviously, we all know how Real Madrid are. They may be shit in the league, but the Champions League, they could create surprises. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I just can't stand City winning the treble. I just can't stand it. They're not good for football, and they should not be winning the treble. That's just my opinion.